Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing? And today we have another New York Giants episode. This is going to be some Spark Note edition of these playoff games here, as the audio went bad. So I cut up the game, showed you guys the main points of the game here, and so you're just going to see the main parts of this game, really. So this was another matchup with Daniel Jones and the Detroit Lions. So back again with Daniel Jones rematch. It starts with Dustin Gray as the quarterback here. He gets the first chance at taking over here, and he's taken off on this first drive quite frequently. He's liked to rush so far in this playoff year. He's only 22 years old as of these games right here. He's going into his third season after this year, but we'll see how he does in these playoffs. Obviously, these games are really good, so stick around. If you guys enjoy this channel, hit the subscribe button, please. It takes a lot of work to do these videos, and of course, you know, stuff like this happens where audio corrupts, and here I am doing another voiceover for it as we speak. So it takes a lot of time. So if you appreciate it, you know, if you don't have an account, make an account. Just sign into your email and subscribe to your favorite YouTubers, and you get subscription notifications and everything. So there's no downside to subscribing to people. And if you end up not liking them, then you can always unsubscribe later. That's the awesome part about YouTube as a platform. So now on a 3rd and 4, there's Dustin Gray. He throws it to the outside, and it's intercepted, and it goes all the way for 6, and no one catches him here. Ross got close, but not quite. It was just he just had too much of a lead on him, and that was a pick 6. That was a poor start to this game. But later in that same exact next drive, there was Gray getting another shot at it. He hands it off to James White. Saquon was having struggles this game. This defensive front was really good, and they all gang tackled him. The linebackers and everyone gang tackled here. And Ross this time, he got a few yards, but that one got delegated with a holding call, so that one got sent back, and that one was on Jose Marsh. But it was a 2nd and 16 after that, and it was a draw. So a long 3rd down attempt is what happens now, where 3rd and 17. So it's a very long 3rd down attempt. See what Dustin Gray can do here. And he's running, and he completes it over the middle to Evan Ingram, who gets all the way to the 40-yard line. So great. Besides that interception, overall, not to be a spoiler, but he played pretty well. He played really well, but you'll see if it's enough or not. Hopefully, for our sakes, it's enough. I really want to see him go back-to-back Super Bowl. That would be awesome if he did, but I don't know. It's hard to do that. And we're going to have to go through the Saints if we do that. That's going to be a tough game, I'll tell you that much. If we play the Saints, it will be very tough. But we got to get through Detroit first and the divisional round, and then we would meet them in the championship round if we did. And that one was dropped, so we gave the Detroit Lions another chance at expanding on their lead. So here was the Giants now. They started at the 20, and they had a few good plays here. This run went nowhere from Kerryon Johnson, and they had a 3rd and 9 with Daniel Jones, empty set formation, and he throws it, and it's out of bounds. So New York got another chance here to tie up their mistake, try to get things rolling in the right direction for them. After a 50-yard punt and a penalty, they got it at the 30, about around the 30. So 3rd and 6, Lincoln Woodson. He had one heck of a game, and we step in now at the 27. So later in this drive, where Saquon gets nothing on the first carry there, but on 2nd and 12, we'll see if he can do anything, or if we can do anything here. We are in field goal range at this point, so we'll at least get some points. And Saquon, what a strong run there, getting through the gap. It was a tough game for him, but he still, of course, made some plays, and there's the Lincoln Woodson touchdown. He did very, very well this game. You'll see some huge highlights from him, but later in this game, we look, and it's 10-10 now. So 2 field goals for each of the teams. So 2nd and 6. It is another Woodson touchdown. That was a beautiful route by him. I was very impressed with with this first half performance. Almost hit 100 in the first half. And the very next drive, there's John Ross. He takes a little slant into the 3rd quarter, and that gives us a 24-10 lead going into the middle of the 3rd quarter. Now Daniel Jones had his opportunities here. They were in red zone striking distance, but this 3rd down and 1 is what they have. It is a play action, and it was a wide open receiver in the back of the end zone. So 17-24 is where that led us to. And this game was getting close. It was getting really tight. It was just a 1 touchdown game now. And Dustin Gray led his team all the way down to the red zone to end the 3rd quarter. So this one went to Crothers to the 2 for a 2nd down. We took up the rest of the 3rd half in this drive here. So we'll see if we score a touchdown or not. That one did not go. James White got stuffed behind the line of scrimmage, but that starts the 4th quarter now with the ball at the 4-yard line. We got to get that touchdown or nothing, even though we could get it at the half-yard line. But through so far, we're up 24-17. So a touchdown lead, plus we'll at least get a field goal here, is what my theory was. So a 3rd and 3 at there, and this one was dropped by John Ross. Unfortunately, it was a pretty good throw, but he couldn't hang on. And then Detroit drove down the field, got sacked, and on a 3rd and goal, they scored a touchdown. So another 3-point game here for Detroit. New York needed to do something, and do something fast. So Saquon Barkley, he started running pretty good at near the end of this game, but that didn't really matter as much as these big throws that got us to midfield. But a penalty slowing us down a little bit. Ali Andrews getting involved. Saquon got 26 yards there. So basically, if we scored here, it would be very hard for them to come back if we score a touchdown here. And that's exactly what we did. 34-24 is the score with 5 minutes to go in this game. So they had to do something big. They have 2 minutes to go. Got to score 2 touchdowns to take a lead here. It went for a screen. That went nowhere, and it was shut down really quickly. That one was shut down by the middle linebacker there. And on a 4th down, they kicked a field goal. So it was just a touchdown game. That's all that they needed. A touchdown. They had timeouts. Sorry, and they just needed to stop Saquon. That's all they needed to do. So what happened? Saquon ran right up the middle, and that basically led to the clock being able to wind out as long as they don't screw up here. So they continue to run the ball, and that led them to a win. They got another 1st down with Saquon, and Dustin Gray had a good game. Over 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then that 1 pick six, which sucked, but we won the game. It was pretty impressive, 34-27. Great resilience there. We came back, and Dustin Gray actually had a really good game. 360-plus yards, 3 touchdowns. Woodson had a great game, 10 receptions, 129, and then 2 touchdowns. Galladay was going all over us today, and Dustin Gray got quite a game there. And as for upgrades, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson had an upgrade here, along with Lincoln Woodson and also Steve Montgomery. Woodson, he was well deserving of it. He played a great game, 130. That was his best game of his career probably, and it was in one of the bigger games of his entire career. But with that win, we have another matchup, and it's versus the LA Rams, who also finished 11-5 and also have a strong running back with Todd Gurley. So with that being said, we auto-upgraded the rest of these players, and we are into the Rams game with Jared Goff and Todd Gurley. This one I thought was going to be really, really a tough game. I don't remember how it went exactly, but I know it wasn't just a give-me game. Obviously, there's Todd Gurley. He ran really well, as shown in this first drive, just getting 10 real easily. the old Todd Gurley is showing in this game here. And we played a good game here, but they played a really good game. And Cooper Kupp, 9 yards. They had a great first drive here with Gurley. Got shut down there in a 3rd down. So they got all the way to the 50 really easily, but kind of hit a little bit of a resistance point here with New York. They've had enough, but apparently not enough, as Gurley doesn't quite get there. So, or he did get there. That's why this drive keeps going on. And Gurley gets to the outside, gets 9 more. So they're basically in field goal range, just a few more yards away. It's hard to remember these games. Honestly, I've never had to post-commentate them, but that's what happens when corruption happens and power outages and stuff. But it happens to the best of us, and Gurley gets a few more at the 24. So a 3rd and 4 is where that leads them. And Brandon Cooks so close to the yardage marker, but doesn't look like he got it there. Sidney Jones stopped him. So they just got 3, and Daniel Jones gets the ball back here with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's play action, and Aaron Donald on the first play sacks Dustin Gray. So good start for Donald. He was disruptive this whole game. Very disruptive player every time. We were double teaming him as shown in here, and he still almost got there. And on this 3rd down, it was tipped up in the air, and Allie Andrews couldn't catch it. He was not impressing me this entire playoff series. Wasn't playing very good through these 2 games. So we'll see how he does to finish off this game, but definitely did not start as well as I would hope he would. And now we are in the red zone, so see what we can do. See if we can get a touchdown to respond to their field goal, but it'll be tough. We'll see what happens, though. It's a touchdown or bust here at 3rd and 9. And a one-handed grab by Ross. What a beauty. Got to take another look at this one. Ross got a great touchdown grab. And let's just slow it down here. These things are hard to control is what I learned from here. But you got to kind of find your player and then lock onto him and zoom in. It's a hassle to try to get that going, but that's the aerial view there. He just grabbed his hand out and ripped the ball out of the sky. Had a beautiful catch there with 3 defenders near it. Honestly, 4 defenders near. He still came up with it. And later, Giants get the ball back, still 7-3. And Saquon gets the catch and gets a few yards. Gray 6 of 7 for 62. And a 2nd and 7 to work with. So see what he does here. 3rd and 6, complete to Ross, and that speed. Our speed really showed with Woodson and Ross, both 96 and 97 overall. It was very impressive. And a 3rd and 5 now, still 7-3. Close to halftime though. See what he can do here. 3rd and 5. It is caught, and they don't quite get it. So it's just gonna be 10-3. They get a field goal eventually. And then Ross showing off his speed once again. So 10-6 is the score going into the 3rd quarter, where New York takes the ball over. It is another first down. Evan Ingram to the 40. Still a very close game here. 13-14 for Dustin Gray, though. He's playing a great game. And Callaway gets a big first down. Burst up the seam. And a 3rd and 8 now at the 14. We got to do something big here. It's what the whole ideology was there. But we didn't. So just 13-6. And sim past a few drives here. And we are auto simming. And Allie Andrews gets a 32-yard touchdown. So 20-6 with 10 minutes to go. I was feeling very confident at this point. It's a 2-touchdown game. What could possibly go wrong? Well, the Rams, I mean, they haven't been passing it very good, and that continued to happen. So they punt it, get it to the 2-yard line. That's where we take over, assuming that we just got to get out of our own territory there and get up the field. Luckily, we did okay. Got up to midfield pretty quickly and kept on driving. Saquon Barkley had a really good drive this time, 3rd and 3. They don't quite get it, and they missed a 60-yard field goal. Still a 2-touchdown game, though, and that's where we watch the Rams on the 3rd and inches on this next drive. They basically have to get this. They got to go for it on 4th here. Medlock gets a nice sack, so 4th and 10 is where they get it. Goff now way overthrown. And Goff only had 84 yards at this point. So they needed something good to happen in these next 3 minutes. But unfortunately, we get the ball at midfield and we are driving. So Saquon, 9 yards. And we're up to the 15. So 2nd and 1, 10 yards more for Saquon. And a Saquon touchdown. So 27-6. This game is all but over. And that's what ends it. And we got some upgrades here with Sidney Jones. He's 28. Regression is starting to hit. After this year, probably 29 years old, you usually start regressing. And Callaway, our backup running back, him and James White are both really good. But hopefully the SparkNotes version was okay. We are going to be playing the Saints the next one, and then the Browns and Bengals. One of those teams are going to be going to the Super Bowl, or Giants and Saints. One of those matchups is going to be the way it is. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little SparkNotes version. We look at the Saints one more time. This is what happened in the regular season. We got whooped, even though Dustin Gray had a lot of yards, but Kamara had a heck of a game. Fortunately, Kamara is going to be out next week, and Beck is going to be out, who is a superstar X Factor left end. So they're missing 2 superstar X Factors. So we will see what we can do against them. Hopefully this was okay for you guys, this quick 2-episode thing. If you guys actually like it, I could do more of these, I guess. But I prefer to do the longer things, as this kind of takes a long time. But I guess if I did it live, it wouldn't be as bad, as I've had to do this twice now. So I will see you guys in the New Orleans matchup in the next one. If you guys enjoyed this, and if you appreciate me grinding out here to re-record this, then please subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next one.